Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They got me by the Dre cause I'm cold with the pen. I run no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a dilute. I order blood on my tongue. Thinking this is raw glue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist but you smell me. One spot, then I bet you I'ma blow up. Then throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. My verse is thinking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up, but took a knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, come be brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I pour all the planks, you use Decepticons. Fake rappers to retreat like Cobra. 80s they can float, they like up in the storage and I'm man. Up, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja Turtle rap, Turtle clans get defeated. High samurai, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole team's an A, and I bet you can't stop us. LL bad, when I go and show up, you can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? What is going on, everybody? This your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. You're from the West Coast right now. Go ahead and get up, because you already know early bird gets the worm. And this is something that came out a couple days ago that I did. Well, I mean, you know, it was Labor Day, so I didn't get a chance to cover it. So I'm gonna cover it today. Is the Avengers D23. I guess there was a trailer look. There was a picture that went up that I kind of want to go over. It was a lot that was going on. So, and it kind of gave us a little bit of clues from D23 what this new movie is really going to look like. So we're going to go over that today, kind of my thoughts, what I'm expecting out of this movie, you know, all of that, you know, it's just my overall thoughts. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to sit up there and act like Marvel hasn't been hit or miss or been just right there, but not over the hump. As far as the continuity, and my biggest thing has always been the continuity. You know, what fits with what? What are we doing? So looking at this teaser, especially of this banner, kind of gives me a little bit of that, but we gonna get into it. So hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gan over at the Heavy Gan channel. But you already know how I do, especially if you've been here before. The real question is,
are you say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
all right. Let me see who is all in the building today. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. Krisha K. What's up, Krisha? Good morning. Junior Network. Good morning. Iceberg J. Good morning. Logan Stacy. Good morning. Tina, a.k.a. Minty Gasm. Good morning. Eddie Foster. Good morning. King Mo. My guy over at Popcorn in Your Beard. What up with it? What's up? This is my guy right there. Make sure you guys are checking out Popcorn and Your Beard only on YouTube. My man Mo and the group and the crew is there, so check them out. Robbie D is up here, the admin. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Don't play. Come up here with that thumbs up. Stop playing. That's all I ask for. Give me the thumb. I'm be like Dr. Umar. Give me your thumb money. I don't want your first finger, your index finger. I want your thumb. Wally Bar, what's good? Good morning. RP Co. Good morning. Erica D, aka She Loves Fantasy. Good morning. All right. And before we get started, let me go ahead and shout out this magnificent crew that's been really holding it down, man. Y'all been showing up, showing out, being in these lives and everything. I really appreciate you. Let's go. Hold up. Wait a minute. Whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that have been holding it down for Dre Mac and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. Go. Bye. All right. And if you want to be a part of the magnificent crew, all you got to do is hit that join button over on the main. All you got to do is go on your laptop or on your iPad, iPhone, Android device, go to the main channel, hit join, and that's it. That's all you got to do. And again, anytime that I do a video, unless I'm doing a pre-recorded video of the morning live stream, you get all my videos up front. You got custom emojis, which I still got to update. I got to put a biscuit on there. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. You know what I mean? So I still got to update it. I still haven't done it. As a matter of fact, after I'm done with here, before I go night for myself, I'm gonna have to update that for y'all. Let me see. D Stizzle's up here. What's up, D Stizzle? The Informant Media. What's up? Like I said, with my gripe with the MCU has always been the continuity. What are we doing? What are we putting together? How is this going to fit? So on and so forth. And what I have learned is that some things are connected, some things don't feel like it. You know what I mean? Where does Werewolf by Night stand in this? Is it just a standalone? It was just done. What about Moon Knight? What about all these other projects? Where's Monica Rambeau at? She's still stuck over in the X-Men. What is going on? So that's always been my problem. Yes, have there been some duds that wasn't that great? Yes, but I think there was still more all right to good, movies that came out, more than it is just terrible movies. I think Sony has they have the crown of that. It was making us some junk. Madam Web, trash. What was the Craven? Oh my God. No, Madam Web is bad. Craven is just not a good movie at all. It has potential, but it was thrown away soon as somebody I believe still the studios got their hand on that and just trashed that whole entire movie. That whole entire movie made no absolute sense. Matter of fact, anytime you do a Spider-Man adjacent villain, try to make him an anti-hero without Spider-Man, it makes no sense. They don't fit well in that universe. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And that's my only problem is what are we doing with the MCU at this point in time? How is it connected? I mean, technically, I'm saying the same thing about Creature Commandos in the DCU right now. We got introduced to the Creature Commandos. We got introduced to Rick Flag Sr. and the cartoon. He has gray hair, and now we're seeing him in this particular genre, with black hair. Don't tell me you can't make black hair or whatever. What is really going on? Even though Peacemaker is connected to Superman, is Superman and Peacemaker connected to Creature Commando? How is that going to be integrated? That's the things that I want to see going forward. So that's it. I just want the continuity there. I want better storytelling. And I think they did better with the storytelling with Fantastic Four, even though I wasn't a huge fan of the action. It was more like a space odyssey. It's more like a space adventure, more than a comic book action movie. And that's something that I had to understand on my third time watching it. This is more of your space adventure, but without all the action of what they did with Guardians of the Galaxy. And I think because Guardians of the Galaxy gave me a space adventure with the action and all of that, it spoiled me. So, and I can admit that. I was hella spoiled watching Guardians of the Galaxy and then turn around and watching Fantastic Four. But the story in the linear way that they told it was better in Fantastic Four. But what is that connected to Doom? There's leaks, there's rumors out here, of how Doom, gets pissed off and now he's on a rampage. And I'm not falling for the leaks. I don't like the leaks like that. I try to avoid them, but damn, you can try to go through X. You know what I'm saying? And here it is. You know what I mean? So anyway, let me get to some of the things that I've seen in here. Let me shout out some of the people who just came in here. DeAndre Mosley, good morning. Man, Six of Truth, good morning. Let me see. Calico, good morning. Preseta's up here. Good morning. I'm glad you're back at work. That is what's up. I want to see Creature Commandos on the base. I want to see them in some type of medium. I do. Because the show was so good, you're not gonna let me just not see them on something else. Morbius was terrible. Morbius is terrible. Venom is not that great either. I like Venom. No, I didn't. Let me stop lying. I liked Venom 1, but it still was missing. When you miss Spider-Man, that's when it's bad. But I mean, it wasn't horrible. Yeah, I ain't no lie. Venom 2 was not good. It was not good. And Venom 3 wasn't good either. It's just, they're okay. They're in the so bad it's watchable stage for me. You know what I mean? That's what it really is. It's so bad it's watchable. Wavy Things, what's up? Tracy Woods, what is up? What's up? Yeah, exactly. And still, the hole that you leave, if I could say there's the missing holes right now in the MCU, and I don't care how much I don't like it, doing what they did to Jonathan Majors or just the character alone. If you want to recast him, fine. If you want to wait a couple of years and bring him back, I'm very cool with that because, hell, I mean, everybody else got it. There's a lot of people that I can name with a shaky pass. You know what I mean? That was way worse than Jonathan. I'm talking about a man got a misdemeanor and a ticket. So what I'm saying is you could bring the guy back. Nobody cares. Honestly, nobody gives a crap now. He got his wife. He over here talking about making babies. Ain't nobody thinking about what happened between him and Grace Jabari. That is over. AKA Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. That's over with. So you can still do that story if you wanted to. But this whole pivot, and we paid RDJ this amount of money, yada, yada, yada. It is so disjointed. That's a hole. Then not recasting T'Challa is the other hole that you got. So you got two major actors, two major characters that are very much missing out of this entire story, especially if you go to Secret Wars. No T'Challa. It not even fumbling blade. You put the voice at the end of the Eternals, which I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though I like the Eternals, I love the cinematography in there. I love the CGI. The story was long. You know what I'm saying? The story was god awful long, a little too long, but I give Chloe Zhao her props about putting a movie that you wouldn't expect to be a superhero movie and made it modest, made it, to me, more watchable than Doom. But again, I didn't like Doom. People didn't like Eternals. I mean, that's fair. You know what I mean? But then you take those characters and you do nothing with them, which is going to bring me to what we got going on right here. Abundance, what's going on? They fumbled Captain America. They fumbled Sam Wilson's cap. They most definitely fumbled that. I'm not even going. I'm mad for Anthony Mackie for that. You know what I mean? And what's crazy about Blade is that he's right there, ready to go, in nothing. You did nothing with him. You did nothing. What's up, Terrell Austin? What's good? You know what I'm saying? You did nothing. That's the problem. What are you do? It's almost like, what are you doing? And again, they already told you that Marvel is they're in the what's my man Osiris from Tropic Thunder? I don't read the script. The script reads me. Well, where's it? Where's the script? Where's the script? So there's a lot going on. Before I get into that, let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break, because I'll be right back with more of the Dre Mac Show.
Knight Rider will continue in a moment.
Them biscuits I smell, Mom.
That's my Hungry Jack.
Tommy takes one of them. Them my mama biscuits. Them my mama biscuits.
Switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Does a 10-pound bag of flour make a really big biscuit?
All right. Andre Ware, you're right. They wanted to tell their own stories, and this is where we're at. When it comes to that, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But this is something that I wanted to talk about. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick. I'm gonna do a reaction video to Emergency Awesome talking about this, but this was very interesting to me. Let me share my screen real quick. So this is from D23, and I'm just gonna fully don't take me out of it, but in this picture, and I got the picture on my phone, I just shared it. This was from D23. So I'm kind of go over. I don't know if you guys can really see it. I can't really full screen this like I really want to, but so from what I see in here, there's a bunch of Doom bots. So number one, we got the Doom bots in this. I don't know who did this mural, if this is Elite mural, if this came officially from Marvel. I don't No. But what this looks like, this is Doom War, right? This looks like this is Doom War, right? So what I see is a bunch of Doom bots fighting, different characters. So we got Doctor Strange, we got Shang-Chi, we got Vanessa Kirby's Invisible Woman, we got M'Baku. Let me see. There's Sam Wilson, Captain America flying in the background. There's Magneto. It looks like Mystique, Namor. I don't know who is that. Ghost. I don't know who this is. Namor getting dropped. Century, grabbing Captain Marvel, while Thor for one, he has he doesn't have his hammer, he has the axe. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't he give that to Love at the end of that's what I'm talking about. If I'm not mistaken, didn't he give the axe to Love at the end of Thor Love and Thunder? What's up, Kendall Jordan? What's up? So in this, he has, and I don't know who did this. You got Miss Marvel with the bagels and the light energy. You got a Doom by holding Elena Belova's Black Widow. Then they got another picture of Sam. You got Deadpool. You got Ant-Man, or is that Stature? That could be Stature. Then you got Mr. Fantastic. You got Shuri Black Panther. You got Wolverine without the mask. You got Professor X. He's looking old as hell. You got Red Guardian. Let me see. Who else do I see? Is that I don't know if that's Captain Britain, Bucky, Gambit, Nightcrawler with the actual Nightcrawler outfit from the cartoon. You got Spider-Man. You got Johnny Storm. You got U.S. Agent. You got the Thing, and the Thing is holding on the Beast. You got Monica Rambeau. Okay, that must be Stature. I don't know, because then they got a picture of Ant-Man in the corner. I'm going over all of this, and so y'all can kind of see what I'm doing. Daredevil, Cyclops, and Kate Bishop Hawkeye. You don't actually see the other Clint Barton's Hawkeye. So that's all the picture that's in there. Okay, so not gonna lie, if Cyclops looks like that looks like the Cyclops from the 90s, the 90s cartoon, I'm all for that. I'm 1,000% for that. Because I'm not gonna lie, that looks awesome. That looks awesome. But I'm curious. I don't, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want to get my hopes up with this. I really don't. I don't want to get my hopes up. But if they could do, the Russos have not let me down on the movies they have done for the MCU. What's up, Damon? They haven't let me down for the movies. No, Spider-Man is in there, but no Hulk. So you don't see the Hulk in this, in the little teaser I just showed. What's up, Deuce P? What's up, Kiana? So let's go into what Emergency Awesome is talking about, and let's get into it. This is Emergency Awesome, discussing the trailer leaks. Of course, I'm gonna give my commentary on this. Let's go. Let's see what they're talking about.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. Marvel showed off a new Avengers Doomsday trailer at Destination D23, which is a big event that Disney was holding for all of its brands like Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars. They had a bunch of Mandalorian and Grogu footage. What we'll do is break down all the Avengers Doomsday footage and some of the recent stuff that they've been filming. Like there were some cars from the 1940s indicating that we'd actually be seeing Captain America and Peggy Carter back after the end of Avengers Endgame in the 1940s.
Okay, so there is, and I'm going to give this a disclaimer, this could be a spoiler. So if you don't want to be spoiled, just leave and come back. Or this might be a spoiler that might change it because it's out there on on social media right now, this could be changed. So the spoiler is, or what they're saying online is that the reason why Doom is coming after, the different timelines, which I'm not gonna lie, this is so underwhelming. It because you already had Kang that was trying to, cause a multiversal war so he could create his own singular timeline. Now, what it seems like is that when Captain America when Steve Rogers went back to the past to live with Peggy Carter, he caused an incursion and it killed, his universe where his family was on it. And now he's coming after Cap. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the most uninspiring thing I've heard. Could I see that in comic form? Yes, but you already had something set up with the multiverse. I guess. All right, let's keep going.
So a lot of people wondering if Chris Evans was going to be in the movie. Yes, he is going to be in the movie.
Hi, D23 members. This is Joe and Anthony Russo. Right now, we're in London shooting Marvel Studios' Avengers Doomsday.
Thank you to the many people that were able to leak this out. It is potato quality, so I had to be a little careful about the way that I break this down, just breaking it up into a couple different clips. Yeah, you could definitely tell that Kevin Feige's Marvel snipers were in full effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break up the trailer clips throughout this video. It should be okay. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. So this is the Russos showing off their behind-the-scenes trailer. It was actually a bunch of clips together, and some new footage of them and Paul Rudd making some Ant-Man jokes.
What's up, Kiro?
They started the trailer with the regular Marvel Studios fanfare intro that they use in front of most of their movies, the regular music they put during their titles most of the time. They changed it with a couple of the recent movies, but it stops midway through, like the music stops, interrupted by a clip of Thor saying, "We can put together the greatest team ever."
I don't know. I don't know. But I'm with D Stizzle on this one. It does, they're out there living their best life while somebody else's family gets destroyed, and then the person gets so pissed off that he goes for revenge. And Toria, you might be right. If it's underwhelming, which let's be honest, I'm gonna keep it a buck because I'm not about to sit up here and cap for myself, not for nobody else. I'm talking for me because I still like the spectacle. If the spectacle is amazing, but like, oh snap, and there's a lot of action and stuff like there's sometimes some stuff I'll forgive. But again, there's a big gaping hole not putting Jonathan in this movie. For the simple fact is that you had a multiversal war that you led up to for how many TV shows and movies? And this particular incursion is the straw that broke the camel's back. Now Doom's coming. Oh snap! 5'9" Doom, unless he's gonna be as tall as he is in the comics in a suit. You know what I'm saying? But then I went back when I watched Fantastic Four, and I was watching him interact with Frank. I'm like, first of all, why he's rubbing that child's arm like that? Number two, something about this, it's not, from what I hear so far, it's not grabbing me to be like, I'm excited. I'm curious. I'm even gonna give Wonder Man a try. I'm gonna be optimistic because I don't want to, excuse my language, Miss Roberta. I don't want to shit on the brother. He's trying to get a paycheck. I really can't be mad at that. As hard as it is for a pimp, when you got to get the money for the rent, you can play Wonder Man. You know what I'm saying? Just let him know, man. You know what we got, man. But so I'm not mad at Yaya. Really not. He's just he's getting what he could get. This is what he could get. Fine. I get it. It might be some things I might do that, everybody not going to accept. I get it. So I'm going to give it a try. But it's just, there's so much that is so confusing. It's so underwhelming right now. Story-wise, it's story. It has nothing to do with the actors. It's story. the story just does not fit. And as a comic book fan, this is one of the reasons why I hate getting a comic book in the middle of a story. I don't know about y'all, comic book fans. Put in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this. But me personally, if I go back and get a back issue comic and I get it at issue 23, I'd be damn. I'm about to start at issue 23. I'm not reading that mug until I get 1 through 22. I don't care how much money I pay for it. I'm getting the lead up story to this because I'm reading something. And I'm like, what is this? What happened? I want to know what happens up to this point. So personally, for me, I'm going to mycomicshop.com. I'm going to eBay. I'm going to Mercari. I'm going to anywhere I can go, so I can be able to go finish this story because I'm interested. I did that with Deadpool versus Spider-Man. I got that comic because I missed when it came out, so I got that comic at issue 10. And never forget this. Do you know I went back and got every single comic after that, every variant of #1 until I collected all 67 of those comics, which, I mean, I was once I got to issue 10, I was already on pace, but still, until I got to the very end, let me get that. Let me get that, big dog. I need all of that before that because I'm trying to find out how we got here and where the story leads from, all of that. Great story, by the way. But you know what I mean? So I just don't know. I don't know. And so I'm curious. I'm going to get back to the story, but I kind of wanted to just mention that it's not hitting me right now. Goddess Jamila, thank you so very much for being a member of the magnificent crew. Shout out to you. You've been hanging out in the chat, you know what I'm saying, for a minute. I appreciate it. Matter of fact, let me hook you up real quick. Let me see. Let me see what I can do for you. Let's go. You know what? I'm going to go with this.
Taste the biscuit.
Thank you.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Taste that honey sauce. Appreciate it. Welcome to the crew. Appreciate it. All right. I think they got to find a way to bring back the casuals, but it's the payoff. Now, again, Jonathan still has some time. He's working on movies. He's been hella busy. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I know he's been hella busy because he told me. You never know. But again, kind of like what Torian said, if this thing falls on their face, which I know it won't, financially, it will not. I'm not even about to sit up here and play that game. Financially, it will not. I guarantee you this is still going to be a $1 billion movie because people are going to be interested. People are going to go see Doom. They know it's going to lead up to Secret Wars. People are going to go see it. If you think they're not going to go see Ryan Reynolds, it's going to be a cameo fest. You're right, Maverick 77. It's going to be a cameo fest. No matter how much I might dislike this movie, as far as the story, unless they surprise the hell out of me, this will be a $1 billion movie. Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, all of these people on screen, all of them mixed up together. You know what I'm saying? That's an easy meal. I mean, easy belly. It's an easy belly. And then leading into Secret Wars, another easy belly. So it's going to be money. I believe it will. Just because of who's in the movie. Just because me personally, you guys know that been here a long time. I'm a Deadpool fan. That is my guy. But Deadpool 3 wasn't as good as Deadpool 2 or 1. But it made $1 billion because of who was in the movie. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's who was in it. It's because who was in the movie. So when you had, when you say, oh my God, Blade is in it. Wesley Snipes came back to work with Ryan Reynolds. Are you for real? Everybody wanted to. As soon as you heard that, people went to go fly. What was he doing in there? What's he saying? Oh, I thought Mahershala Ali was going to be the next Blade, and now we got a Discord. But then we could break down the movie and this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. This is easily a $1 billion movie. Easily. Let's keep going because I'm kind of going all over the place.
We put together the greatest team ever. If we can't see the good in each other, we've already lost the fight.
in context, I think that it's meant to be a moment from Thor Love and Thunder that they're carrying forward with him talking about putting together the greatest team of Avengers, multiple teams of Avengers together because of the way they're going to split all the different teams up in the movie.
Dude,
then each of the separate characters got their hero moment in the trailer that they clipped out. And separating the clips was this Doctor Doom sound effect of his magic and technology combined.
Why is he rubbing on that kid? Y'all never noticed this? Why is he rubbing on that kid's arm like that, man? Stop rubbing on that child like that. Let me bring it back. Watch. Y'all think I'm playing. Watch.
Was this Doctor Doom sound effect of his magic and technology combined, sort of a mechanical, magical whooshing sound effect that they use for transitions. Then a clip of Sam Wilson saying, if we can't see the good in each other, we've already lost the fight. I think this is actually meant to be a reference to the feuds that are happening between teams like the New Avengers who are fighting against Sam Wilson's New Avengers about
how much you want. I wouldn't call it Deadpool 3 trash. Would call it trash because Madam Web exists. What is that? What is the other one? Kraven the Hunter exists. No, that's very watchable over that mess. But how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet before we get to the actual Doom War portion is going to be Avengers versus X-Men. They're going to blow their wad on Avengers versus X-Men in this movie. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? And if for the comic book fans, you know what I'm saying, that's in here, y'all know how dope Avengers versus X-Men was. Especially with Namor. What's up, Sharita? Especially with Namor flooding Wakanda. They already did that in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, but you missing the key guy, and that is T'Challa in that. T'Challa and Storm and in their conflict. Man, Brandon Flowers, man, help me out. Man, I had comic book logic, and these people are going on movie logic that still needs to be cohesive. Let me keep going.
At the name at the end of the Thunderbolts movie, like there's a legal fight brewing, so there's a lot of tension in the actual movie when they first all come together. Like, who is leading this brand new Avengers team? Who is the new Avengers team? Who's on the roster? So it's not like everybody comes into the movie all being best friends forever.
Exactly, Q.
Then there's a clip of Shuri saying, now is our time to strike, because remember, she's super stabby now. They're kind of making it sound like she brings that more stabby edge to her into Avengers Doomsday. When they're
Hold up, let me rewind that. Are they talking about now? See, again, the only reason why, because in Doom War, Shuri is a part of Doom War in the comics along with T'Challa. That's what I'm saying. So you gotta have a T'Challa because they're a part of that group that's going after this, just fighting Dr. Doom and that. And that's a great man. Y'all comic book fans, put in the comment section if you know about Doom War. Put it in the Doom War. Put it in the comment section. Doom War is dope. If you want to read any comic, Doom War is dope. Dope. I mean, but this is the problem. This is the only problem. Shuri in the comics was more the warriors, especially Reginald Hudlin's war. And Run. She was a warrior. You know what I mean? She thought she could be up the best T'Challa and be a better leader than him in the comics during Hudlin's run. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he got exiled. So when we first got introduced to Shuri in the Black Panther franchise, they made her the Q, the tech genius, and all of that. You know what I mean? They kind of flip-flopped, and not really flip-flopped. They gave, let's be truthful, they gave the intelligence of T'Challa to Shuri to make her more of a fleshed-out character, which was a bad move to me. I'm going to tell you why. Because if she was more of the asshole that she was in the comics, they thought she was just better. She thought it everywhere, and again, I get the sensitivity because you're like, damn, why she got to think she better? Here we go, another woman thinking she better than a black man or better than a man, and it would have caused a lot of discourse. I understand the change. But if you go back to Huntland's run, and the reason her whole mindset was she was just better. She thought she was a better fighter. She thought she was a better ruler. She just thought that, he's basically kind of like just handed this, even though he did fight for it. You know what I mean? And his uncle yield for that. Still, she thought so. Everything she did was to be better than her brother, which she realized I cannot do that. It would have been a way better coming of age story for Shuri than what they gave her in Black Panther. So when we're here right now in this story, I still can't buy Letitia Wright Shuri as somebody who's going to be that warrior that's going to be able to just handle business. You know what I mean? Like that. I still can't buy it because you did not give me enough character development. We went from this particular Shuri to grief Shuri, pissed off Shuri, listen to Killmonger in the afterlife, like her mama just didn't die. Like, what is going on here? Like her daddy, you know what I'm saying, didn't die. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, legitimately, what are we doing? So we never got a good payoff. Again, that's just my, that's my whole thing. And yes, D-Still, she had to learn, and she learned after Doom War. Man, let me shut up. I'm talking too much.
Then there's a clip of Shuri saying, now is our time to strike, because remember, she's super stabby now. They're kind of making it sound like she brings that more stabby edge to her into Avengers Doomsday when they're going up against Doctor Doom's teams.
Yeah,
there was also a recent clip of her with the Fantastic Four characters that seemed like it was happening on their ship, along with some of the new Avengers characters, the Thunderbolts characters like John Walker, and also some of Sam Wilson's new Avengers, because you also see Torres in his new Falcon suit also on the ship with them. So it's meant to take place after all the teams have started coming together with the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Blue, that's weird.
Absolutely.
Then there was a clip of Ant-Man saying, will I be there when the Avengers need me? Then a couple of gunshots, and he finishes saying, absolutely.
I'm sorry. This dude should be dust right now. He should be, this dude should literally be or him or Hank Pym should be a corpse. I'm sorry. They should have been, the way that they ended that movie, this dude should have been a corpse. Seriously. Yeah.
Which I think is meant to be from Quantumania, but also a reference to the idea that he will be in Avengers Doomsday. He will be fighting with the characters. Also because the Russos literally used him in the new trailer footage that they included as part of this D23 trailer. So like they were using Ant-Man himself to make some jokes about Avengers Doomsday as they were hyping it up.
So that the picture that I showed earlier, shown earlier was from D23, and that was the look. So okay. Don't kill half of the cast, kill all of them. Let me shut up. Give me a variant version of all of them.
We stick together from now on.
Then they use the transition of a couple more gunshots in a clip of Yelena Belova saying, we stick together from now on, which I think is meant to be from Thunderbolts. Also the idea that she helps bring the different teams together just because everybody is at each other's throats when they meet each other for the first time.
That pressure, that responsibility. I want that too.
Then a clip of Falcon saying, that pressure, that responsibility, I want that too, which is all.
You hear, oh no, wait a minute. Maybe that's the other Falcon, Joaquin. I'm about to say they show Anthony Mackie and called him Falcon. I'm like, hey, that's Cap.
Also from Captain America, Brave New World, and the idea that it's a huge upgrade for him because he's never actually been part of an Avengers team before. But they implied at the end of Captain America, Brave New World that Sam Wilson was telling him, be ready, and he was going to let him be on his new Avengers team. Then a clip of Red Guardian saying, this has the makings of a team that can bring light from the darkness, which is also a Thunderbolts reference, but the idea that he's just super jazzed up to be back for Avengers Doomsday and be on these new Avengers teams.
Raising things to the ground is easy. Trying to fix what's broken.
Of course, that's Loki.
Then there's a clip of God Loki saying, raising things to the ground is easy. trying to fix what's broken is hard. So obviously a reference to the multiverse breaking in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. You also notice that the dialogue is taken from Loki Season 2, Episode 4, when he was talking to Sylvie. People have been asking if Sylvie is going to show up in Avengers Doomsday. There's supposed to be a TVA team that does show up in the movie. A lot of the movie takes place at the TVA, so there's a good chance that she could be in the movie, but they haven't confirmed her.
If a lot of the movie takes place in the TVA, I can honestly see how they're doing the multiverse in there. So that's a clue.
Then there was a clip of Patrick Stewart's Professor X saying there are forces in this world, both mutant and human alike, who believe that a war is coming. Obviously a reference to Doctor Doom coming to the MCU and coming to the X-Men's universe, but eventually fighting them, the war that's going to be happening in the movie, many different wars. Then there was a clip of James Marsters' Cyclops saying, if anything happens, I'll take care of them, a reference to him leading the X-Men team. But also, I think this is clipped from X-Men The Last Stand movie when he was talking to the unconscious Professor X at that moment. Maybe they're threatening Patrick Stewart, Professor X's life during this. We will see. Not really clear what they're going to be doing with Professor X or Magneto during this movie because Ian McKellen's Magneto is coming back too.
I mean, them dudes is I'm not hating or anything because they are the OGs, and like D Stizzle pointed out, they were around during the beginning of the Bush administration, Bush Jr. You know what I mean? They're old. I get it. You know, didn't they already kill Professor X in one universe? I don't want to see him get his neck snapped in another universe like in this clip.
Please do not kill them off at the beginning of the movie.
That's what I just said.
Most of the footage we've actually seen of the X-Mansion seems like it's happening in their universe. They might just say that that's the same X-Men universe that Monica Rambeau wound up in at the end of the Marvels movie.
Yeah,
because somebody that was also working with the actress Teyonah Parris also posted to their Instagram that she'd actually been filming in what seemed like Avengers Doomsday. So it does seem like
Teyonah Parris, fine, y'all. Woo! Anyway,
they'll be following up on that scene. Makes sense. One of the few post-credit scenes that they are paying off from Marvel Phase 4 and Marvel Phase 5.
That's from Fantastic Four.
Then there was a clip of Reed Richards saying, "Today we are your defenders. We will protect you," which is from the Fantastic Four movie, but also the idea that they're supposed to be visiting the Fantastic Four's 828 universe again. They're going to be Avengers characters, part of this new Avengers teams inside the Baxter Building during the movie. I think to pay off that Fantastic Four post-credit scene with Franklin Richards and Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom.
And Damon, it does sound there's a lot going on in this movie. This joint is probably going to be 2.5 hours. How much you want to bet? Put it in chat. You think it's going to be 2.5 hours, or you think it's going to be shorter? Put it in the comments section and let me know.
Then a clip of Shuri giving the Wakandan war cry that you also heard T'Challa giving during Avengers Infinity War, basically hyping them going up to battle against Doctor Doom's team. Then they continued the trailer with more footage of the Russo brothers and Paul Rudd's Ant-Man.
We're bringing together so many of your favorite heroes to face one of Earth's greatest threats in the MCU, Dr. Doom.
Joe Russo said, right now we're in London shooting Marvel Studios' Avengers Doomsday, and then the Russo brothers went back and forth on the sentences that they recited as part of this big speech. It seems like
You gave us a teaser trailer, but you're still filming the movie. I'm just curious of what that looks like.
Practice. Anthony Russo then saying, this movie is, to say the least, a big one for us. It's bigger than anything we've done before. We're bringing together so many of your favorite heroes to face one of Earth's greatest threats in the MCU, Doctor Doom. Then they continued saying, we wish we could be there with you in person at D23, but right now we're pouring everything we've got into this film, making sure we're putting together the best possible story for you, the world's greatest fans.
I hope so.
Then they had the funny moment where they were interrupted, but on purpose, from Paul Rudd, who was making a joke of it, acting like he was strategically stopping them from revealing big spoilers and blocking the view of what was happening behind them during the scene that they were in the middle of filming for Avengers Doomsday. You remember, this is technically meant to be a behind-the-scenes kind of trailer. Then he said, we're surrounded by jaw-dropping sets and some truly incredible talent, many of whom you just saw teased in that great video. Bringing this story to the big screen means the world to us, and we couldn't do it without your support. So part of the idea is this is meant to be like the behind-the-scenes trailers that they initially started releasing for Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, where like they didn't want to reveal an official trailer, like a regular trailer, but they still wanted to release some kind of trailer.
It will be. You know this movie gonna be, man, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid they will have a better version of this movie, and then it'd be like, nope, let's get this version. And it's gonna be what the studio wants and not what the actual Russo brothers want. They gotta sell this movie. And just like they're selling Spider-Man. When was the last time you guys ever seen leaked footage of a Spider-Man movie? It has been, I don't know, since Amazing Spider-Man 2. And the only reason why they're doing that is because, you know, they want to have the bigger budget to make the most money. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? The most money. The marketing cost is not connected. It's all part of the production cost. It's all wrapped up into that. It's all wrapped up in there. There's no marketing cost. When you're distributing a movie, the people that sign the contracts is the ones who's going to go on these, like the D23s and all of that. The people who signed on to do this movie, those are going to be the ones who's going to do press. They already know the clips of the movies that they chop up is from the studio. They make the trailers. They per their contracts, they the ones who tell them, hey, you got to go out to Paris, you got to go here to promote the movie. It is a part of the contract. Anything outside of that has to be negotiated with the actor, his agent, and the studio. Other than that, there's no marketing budget. It's all part of the total production budget. Let me say that again. It's all part of the total production budget. All right, let's keep going.
The brand new footage of Captain America and Peggy Carter's 1940s cars makes it seem like Tom Hiddleston's god Loki is going to visit them in the 1940s for some reason. Not totally clear what they're actually doing in that scene. It just feels like it's going to be a follow-up to the end of Avengers Endgame for continuity purposes. Like something happens in the past and it's real crazy. There are a number of different twists that they can actually provide for that ending for Avengers Endgame. Recently, there were also a lot of questions about Robert Downey Jr. getting into a fight with someone on set. I don't know why, but for some reason, people thought that it was Ryan Reynolds that he was fighting with, and there was some weird Iron Man.
Hey, but hold up. I called that, though. I said it was Ryan. I'm not saying it was true, but I was like, if two people go get in the fight, Ryan Reynolds is a complete dick, and he isn't pissed off a lot of people in Hollywood. It would be a surprise him pissing off Robert Downey Jr. because those are two big egos going at it. And they already came out and said, no, that wasn't it or anything like that. But that's just my thought. You know, Inez, what's up? No, they did. They made the last $1 billion movie that they had was Deadpool and Wolverine. Before that, it was Spider-Man No Way Home. So technically the studio now with No Way Home, they still had to share revenue with Sony. You know what I mean? They still have to, share the piece of the pie with Sony. But Deadpool Wolverine, they had to share with nobody. And it was over $1 billion movie. So and no, it wasn't Fox. They already bought Fox. That was already bundled in. There was no more Fox when they made Deadpool and Wolverine. They had to allow that contract to get done. You know what I mean? But yeah. But Inez, and I do agree with you as far as what was in-house before they folded in Fox, the Fox X-Men characters and what they're doing with the Sony projects. The last technical movie was, you're right, was Endgame. Rosella's Comics, what's good?
Or Doctor Doom, Deadpool, craziness that was happening on set. Supposedly, people at Marvel, like insiders and separately TMZ, were reporting that there was no feud between Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds. They've never actually filmed scenes together, and the two actors have never actually met in person before, so they couldn't actually be feuding behind the scenes. There was also a clip circulating of Ryan Reynolds eating a Robert Downey Jr. cookie. That's actually a video from 2022, a couple of years ago. The people, I think, were just posting on like TikTok and social media, making it seem like it was a brand new clip. Does not mean that there was a feud going on briefly behind the scenes, just that there was no feud between Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds. So if he was feuding with someone, it was a totally different actor.
Hey, remember Spaceballs? He was like, Spaceballs, the search for more money.
But as the Russo brothers said in that behind-the-scenes trailer that they released, they're in the middle of filming. They're going to be filming both of these movies, Doomsday and Secret Wars, back-to-back with maybe like a couple weeks break between them. Whatever footage they wind up revealing, whatever teasers we get, of course, I will do videos for everything. And if you did spot any more Easter eggs in the leaked trailer from D23, just let me know in the comments and I'll add them to my future bonus videos. Separately, you'll remember Marvel is also filming Spider-Man Brand New Day right now. We might get a new teaser for that or some new footage sometime in the next couple of weeks. Recently, you also probably spotted Vin Diesel trying.
But that's what I was saying, that when is the last time you seen them promote Spider-Man this hard? It's been a long, I'm talking about, I've never seen them actually take clips of the set where they're filming at and be like, this is what we got going on, that's what we got going on, showing him how he swings and all of that, which I ain't gonna lie, that was cool as hell. I couldn't do it because I'd be scared to death, but that was dope.
To join the Spoiler Bros, talking about another separate Marvel movie that he's trying to get made with Groot and Hulk. Click here to learn about that, and click here for that new Avengers Doomsday Deadpool video that Ryan Reynolds just released. Thank you so much for.
All right. Yeah, there was a lot going on with that. Y'all put in the comment section, kind of tell me what you think. I'm about to take a quick commercial break. Y'all don't mind if I go taste the biscuits real quick, but I'll be right back with more of the Dre Mac Show.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Now you can own one of the greatest gospel albums ever on the rough side, with only giant hits and legendary stars.
Biscuit. I know it's the truth about it. I love. Oh, how I love this biscuit. Oh, how I love this biscuit. It is the best biscuit. I know.
This treasury is not sold in stores, and when you call the toll-free number now, you also get another entire album of all-time gospel favorites.
We now return to the Transformers.
Maverick, I can't call somebody overrated when they making money. I mean, they call Silk the Shocker a horrible rapper. They didn't act like that man didn't go platinum and gold. I'm just saying. You say what you want to. Numbers speak otherwise. You know what I mean? So, and Torian, you have a better chance of Tupac coming back right now. But no, what do you guys think about this? Are you excited about Avengers Doomsday? Until I get more information. Right now at this moment, I'm not. It's not that I'm not excited about, the possibilities of what can happen and all of that. I'm just not excited. I'm just not excited. I'm just right now, there's nothing. Again, that could change. What's up, Cornelius? Again, that can change, but I'm not about to sit up here like I'm jumping for joy right now because, they're bringing a comic accurate looking Cyclops. What about the story? I care about the story. And what's up, Tommy? My biggest thing is they can still bring Kang back. Finish Kang's story. And it's not because I know Jonathan Majors or nothing like that. It's not even got anything to do with that. It's just story continuity-wise, putting everything together. There's nothing that's put together for me to be like, you know what? I can't wait to see this next film. I'm just not. I'm more excited about Peacemaker. You know what I'm saying? I was more excited about Peacemaker, and I would never say that I care more about what they got going on in the DCU right now than what Marvel is doing. Even all the Spider-Man rumors, Hulk is going to be in there. There's going to be Savage Hulk, and you know, you got Punisher in there, and Mr. Negative, and this person is that. But what story are you telling? What story? It better be good. It better be good. But again, I agree. You know what I'm saying? The Russos haven't let me down. You know what I'm saying? And each movie that they made, I really like. And I'm excited about Gen V too. I was more excited about Peacemaker though, because man, I just like the character. I like the story he's telling. I like John Cena as the character. But you know, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Goes along. But tell me what you guys think about this. Are you guys excited? Because
yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
Hey, don't forget to taste the biscuits, Pam. But are you guys excited about this? What about this video? Is there things that you like? This is something that you dislike? Are you excited about Doom War? Put in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe. Don't forget, Spaceballs, the movie, The Search for More Money. You already know. I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.